to share about the benefits and the miraculous happenings of fasting. Fasting in the sense like not taking food at least for some time, maybe like 12 hours or 14 hours, which is mentioned as intermittent fasting. But the thing is, whole day fasting will actually help in many things. Like I have already shared about fasting in many other scenarios, but I wanted to share this in the current scenario, like the current scenario of the coolness outside the body actually helps us in getting more strong appetite, which helps us in getting lot of benefits when we use it properly. So what is fasting? Like there are different types of fasting according to Ayurveda. Like sa jala means with water, nirjala is without water, and sa phala means with fruit or fruit diet or like juices. So one important thing is, first you need to understand your gut. How is your body and what is the compatibility? Just a moment. So what is the compatibility of your body? How is your gut actually? So you need to understand your gut first. So to understand your gut, I have actually mentioned like the 7 types of body types, and you can also get a questionnaire on different websites like Dabarka website. You can also get the questionnaire, fill the questionnaire. You'll come to know what is your actual body nature, body type. Once you understand your body type, you have a particular type. Like if you are a pitta person, pitta dominant vata or pitta dominant kapha, or a pure pitta person, you should not do the zero water diet. Means plain fasting is very dangerous because it will burn the tissues from inside. Already you are a fire element or fire dominant person, where if you do not take water and if you fast, it will create ulcers, and also it can even damage your gut to the maximum extent. It can even damage the gut to a maximum extent. So you need to understand, if you like fire element, how to identify. I have given a lot of examples and a lot of videos are there, you can go through. But in order to make it understand less slightly, fire element person is very aggressive, has a lot of drive, both physical, mental, spiritual drives, all the 3 drives, and is always thinking something. Early age, like white hair comes very early, and ages faster, and reacts very faster, and it's like once he or she decides, like it's very hard to change, easy to build the body, easy to lose the body. So these are the characteristics, and they are moderate built. They have like a little bit fair complexion, fairer like complexion, and they also have a very great drive, very passionate, very like energetic, and always fierce, like fierce looks. And in one sense, I am a pitta vata person. So like to some extent, you can actually understand how a pitta person uh, really looks, acts, or talks by looking at me, because I'm a pitta vata person. So vata pitta is like vata more dominant, pitta less. Pitta kapha is like pitta more dominant, water less, like the water element is less. Kapha pitta is like less water and less more water and less pitta. So these are the things. And if a pitta person is doing like pitta vata or vata pitta person is doing the fasting, he should actually go with lukewarm water diet. So once you start fasting, like the whole morning you will not have anything. Around the breakfast time, you will have 3 glasses of lukewarm water, Like I have mentioned, the medicated water with the Tinospora cordifolia or with the Zira, Dhania and Sont. You can take any of these, and also turmeric in 2 liters of water, 1/4 spoon, and 10 minutes boil. So any water, but it should not be one single type of water. So then again at lunchtime you will have 3 glasses of water like your lunch, and again after some time, like 1 to 2 hours, you will have some water. Like before evening you need to finish around 5 to 6 liters water, not at one go. It is like your lunch, your breakfast, lunch and dinner should be water only. And if you want more, you can go for water with little bit of lukewarm, uh, lukewarm water with little bit of saintha namak. Saintha namak is also okay, but not too excessively. And by evening, you should finish around 8, before 8, around 5 to 6 liters of water. And you can go to the bed around 8, 8:39. And next day morning, after you completely eliminate your gut, you need to continue the water, like water intake around your breakfast time. You should start with liquid diet. So something which is like liquid, you need to drink either like any soup or like semi solid that is made up of millets or something, not heavily, very diluted manner, and no milk, especially no milk, because the entire whole day if you are actually fasting and going on to the milk, it is again pitta. So better to go with just any millets का like जो बनाते हैं, like whatever you make with millets in a liquid form, and that too in a very diluted form. So this is what you need to like use for breaking it. But especially no citric or no sour tasting food, because it is again a fire element uh, like food. And next, coming to the sajala. This is sajala. Sajala means with water, with liquid. Sa Phala means with fruits. So if you think that like your gut is not like accepting zero food, you need something, but you want to fast. So you can take fruits which are organic, not any fruit you just go and buy in the market. Please don't do it. If you're not getting authentic fruits, authentic raw vegetables, don't eat or drink them raw. Just by seeing on the YouTube videos, if you think beetroot juice is very helpful, and if you drink, you're not taking beetroot juice alone. You're taking 4 to 5 or even 10 times of pesticides along with the beetroot juice. Beetroot juice. Think of it and please avoid. If you get organic, even then, authentically organic is required, which is very very hard until unless you know the person and you see how they are cultivating it. So if you grow it in your house, you know how you are growing it. Not even a pinch of Gemaxin or anything pesticide should be used. Then you can drink it naturally. But even then, on a fasting day, heavy roots should not be used as a juice. Very slight, like slight heavily, like in one sense, it should be having more fiber, little bit more on the sweet side, less on the sour side, and more of the water content. Not like the dry fruits, no, zero. Only like you can take chota grapes. Again, I insist on organic. Chota grapes, and also you can take pomegranate and banana to some extent. But please don't mix with milk and spoil it and spoil your gut. No other things should be added for juices. Even pepper, salt, nothing. Please don't add anything. Let the fruit or juice should be the same. More than that, if you take a raw fruit and eat it naturally, if it is organic, provided it is organic, it is the best way, because you will also not remove the fiber and take some fiber from outside. God has created every fruit with its antidote as a fiber. So if you are taking citrus fruits, the fiber that is there is against the citrus nature. It is kadua, it is bitter, bitter in taste. So bitter taste is against sour taste. Okay, so that is how God has maintained. And if you eat the fruit completely with the fibers, small fibers, the citrus fruits are there, oranges and stuff like that. So it actually balances the acidic nature as well. Pomegranate also same. It has a small layer like a paper. So you can actually consume half of it along with the pomegranate seeds, and it actually balances that sour taste. And most of the fruits should be sweet in taste, and better to take fruits as such, not like the juices. And if you're on fasting, understand that you should not fill your tummy with all the fruits. People do that opposite. So they choose to fast, and with all the, like, I'm fasting, self pity comes to some people, not everyone, and they think I'm fasting, yeah, I need to have more fruits, and they actually do more than what they do normally, which is not good. Have a balance, and if you can eat this much fruit, this much of fruits, like this is called Anjali Pramana. So you need to have only half of that, only Ardhanjali Pramana. So that is how you do the Safala. Then comes Nirjala. Safala can be done by pure Pitta persons or Pitta Vata persons or even Pitta like Vata Pitta persons. Now coming to Nirjala, without water, Kapha Pitta person can do and Kapha persons can do. The person who is having more water element in the body can do Nirjala. But one thing I would like to tell you, there are many cultures where people fast without even swallowing their saliva, which is sometimes good, but not for everyone. So you need to check with your nature and the nature around you. If it is very hot, then you get dehydrated fast. So you need to have at least minimum quantity of water. But now don't get dehydrated. It is cold. It is your body of the, like, water of the body is preserved. You actually get lot of energy from the water that is there in your body already. So this is what you need to do. So then only then the kapha person can actually go for a fasting without taking any drop of water. Now, after finishing the fasting, one should slowly come on to having something. So your gut actually, what does it? What is the benefit? Autophagy happens. Autophagy in the sense, always it's like the clutter that is present in the gut. For example, imagine a water pipe that is being used regularly. It forms like a lot of sedimentation on the pipe. If it is getting the sedimentation and suddenly some like two sediments are there, like getting coagulated, and suddenly some small stone like thing comes and it will get stuck here, so then it will get blocked. Similarly, in our gut also, the sedimentation forms on the, like, orifices of the entire body. Wherever the Akasa Bhuta is there, it is called like orifice, like opening. So when it forms, it naturally forms. Like whatever the food that we take, sometimes it gets completely digested, sometimes it has remnants. If it is non-veg, 72 hours will be the time that it takes to get completely digested, and even after that, it is stuck to the gut, and that should be removed. So when we actually fast, our appetite, the natural appetite, works on these layers on these layers of extra toxic substances. And also we have a lot of free radicals, toxic substances in our body. And yeah, to like free radicals and toxic substances in our body, those are like in the form of blocks, and we actually can get rid of these things when we do the fasting. And one of the person, like I don't recall his name, next time I'll share it. He has done a good enough research on fasting, and he obtained Nobel Prize. Fasting can actually increase your lifespan, and it also can make you very very healthy because of a process called autophagy. Healthy cell eating upon a toxic cell or a toxic cell waste, and surviving and removing the waste in the form of like detoxification process, and it will go out, but you will get energy from waste. So it's like something like a concept called wealth from waste. And the same thing happens in the body until unless we take the food, and then once that is finished, it starts like the appetite starts eating up the tissues. So you need to have a break, like you need to know when to stop, where to stop. Otherwise emaciation means losing the actual natural healthy weight also happens, like more graying of hair happens, and the muscles that have to be there should be will be getting lost slowly. So you need to know where the line should be drawn. So this process helped many of my patients. Like I used to do 2 days fasting in a week, then I came to 1 day fasting in a week, then I have come back to half day fasting, and again I'm about to go to like 1 day complete day fasting. So this is like you need to understand the energy, you need to understand the capacity, you need to understand the limits of your body, and then you need to go for the fasting. So next time, like I choose to fast on Saturdays mostly, and Tuesdays, because of many factors that I consider. And if you want to know which day is good for you to fast, just meditate. Do 1 day every week, and you will know which day you are more peaceful. That is how you can find out. Otherwise, there are some other ways which I will share in the next videos. Go for 1 day fasting first, then you can go for 2 days fasting in a week. Then again you can come back to 1 day fasting. That is what I would like to share. I will not suggest, I would like to share. And please share this knowledge if you find like many disorders, even balancing the diabetes, like all the metabolic disorders can be actually brought into our hands by fasting. The metabolic disorders like diabetes, thyroid, obesity, though naturally, hypertension, and many other, even skin diseases, and the musculoskeletal disorders, even joint pains, you name it, and this works for everything. Langanam paramaushadam. Fasting is the bestest of the medicine, is what Ayurveda states. Parama means the best of the best of the best. Aushadam means medicine. Langanam means fasting. So Langanam Parama Aushadam is what Ayurveda states, and that has been proven and has been awarded with a Nobel Prize. It's up to you how you are going to use it. In order to prove, a Nobel Prize winner has proven it. Even now, if you are not using it, you should rethink about it. Thank you and all the very best. God bless us all.